Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stadium game. So we're obviously playing Moira. Actually, it's not that obvious. I've been playing a lot of other heroes recently. But yeah, we're on Moira. We're up against the Moira, Zen, Ashe, Freya, and... Dun dun dun. A Doomfist. So, in a previous video of mine, I had a nice strategy against Doomfists. And that's simply to create a Moira heal station. And this simply involves having Phantasm, having the field support Gadget, having reflex coating, and yeah, just pretty much being unkillable in a stationary position. Now, it's a little bit tricky here to do that same build, because if you think about it, okay, we're up against the Doomfist. That's cool. But Ashe, well, if you're a stationary target, I mean, obviously we're moving around a little bit, but if you're a stationary target against an Ashe, if they're weapon power, they can two-shot you. And if they're ability power, they'll just throw a dynamite on your heal station. That's going to be a nightmare. Then we're also up against the Freya. Same thing, really. Like, if their weapon power builds, they're just going to stick a load of bolts to you. That's not going to work. If they're AP, they're just going to fire those little mini ults that create that zone of damage that's just going to annihilate us. And then there's also Zen. So it's not going to be that good against Zen. But the alternatives aren't too good, and we do have something that's working in our favor a little bit, and that's that we're up against the Moira. We're up against... I mean, Sylve's a very good Moira player, so we've got to have a look at what they've done. And they've picked Chain Grasp, and that plays into our hands, because the biggest counter to a DPS Moira is a heal bot Moira. And yeah, against the Chain Grasp build, Chain Grasp is fantastic. You can get a lot of money, you can get a lot of damage out early on in the game, but later on it just really starts to... you suffer. It's not as good as the orb builds later on. So now we're in round one, fighting for the point. Doomfist trying to fight our Zarya. Yeah, it does get taken down there. We've gotten too much there. We have to drop a heal orb off for ourselves. See if we can get some healing over onto our Zarya as well. It looks like we're controlling the point. I can't see them being able to push us here. Ashe is getting a few little shots on us, but we do manage to take them down. Heal orb there. Moira's there. She's not... our health doesn't move when we're next to that Phantasm orb, but we're discorded right now. The combination of the supports coming in, absolutely crushing us as Doomfist arrives back, and Mercy's healing or amping the Torb for some reason, not the Zarya. I mean, maybe they just concluded they needed to get out. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt here. So we get 23%. Torb's also on the armor packs, which is really, really nice for us, especially when we're on this heal build, because just being able to, yeah, pick those up. Now, like in the other game as well, this isn't just going to be a lot of standing around healing. I mean, it will be a lot of standing around healing, but that's not all. Because part of perfecting the Anti-Doomfist build, we realised that we're also going to have to deal damage at some point. But early healing is quite good. Coalescence. Mercy's healing is up there. We've now got a Phantasm Orb. See if we can get around the corner out of LOS of the Ashe. Heal orb made to flat bounce. That should help the Zarya out when she gets punched here. Yeah, her health is not moving either. Grab comes in, allows us to pick up the Zen. As soon as we get punched, dropping that Phantasm Orb is a great strategy. You don't actually have to fade the punches. As soon as you do get punched, if you hit fade, Doom can get like one attack off or something. And then that's going to drop off a heal orb and you're fine. And in the later rounds when we get the Gadget, that's even better, because we can drop off one of those as well. So right now we've got the point, enemy team 62%, but oh, that's huge. My god, the damage from the Freya there. We're going to use our Coalescence. We're next to our heal orb, which is keeping us alive for a little bit, but I mean, it's really scary. Zarya did get rezzed, which is great for us. Torb, however, did get taken down. We've got Zen next to us causing all sorts of problems. They've got their own little Harmony Orb. We've got our slightly bigger, I mean, yeah, it's not enough. I'm sure there was a joke in there. I couldn't think of it at the time. So, enemy team capped the point. We're on 89%. Pick up that armor pack, even though there's some a bit further forward that we could have done. Heal orb over onto the Mercy. Just about saves her. Torb gets stuck by the Freya as well. Now we're going to be pushing in. Doomfist there. Let's get some attacks on him. But in comes a Coalescence. We just drop our orb off. However, with the Bob there, we're probably going to have to leave this area. Torb getting really low. We can keep Torb alive for long enough. We have to fade onto the point to get the touch, which means we've got no cooldowns there. Unfortunately, the Phantasm Orb uses our fade. Can we get the players through? Sojourn needs a touch. Goes in for the slide. Bubble. Great bubble from the Xayah, but it's not enough. Also, the Freya just stuck our Xayah as well. So that looks like it's over. Transcendence on the point. It's not going to matter. We're not going to get there in time. And enemy team come out on top. Enemy Moira getting a huge amount of cash in that round as well. We put out decent heal numbers, but we don't have the elimination numbers or anything to compete with that. So yeah, we're already at a bit of a disadvantage. But now, crucially, we can get the field support Gadget, and that changes everything. See how it's the primary choice. We straight away go over to there. The money's a little bit awkward. We need to really sell one of our items to pick up another one of the 4K items. Alternatively, we could just get Vitality Amplifier, buy, say, Charge Plating, and then just leave 1K on the table, which I don't really like to do in the early rounds. Like, leaving money on the table is... you're leaving behind a lot of strength. Especially if we're up to 14.7k, so if we're only spending 13.7k and enemy Moira, for example, is spending the full 17.6, then we're a full blue item behind. But I mean, they're different builds, and we're expecting them, obviously, if they're on Chain Grasp, to go something like Shield Buster, maybe Advanced Antibiotics. So we've got their Iron Eyes as well. Advanced Antibiotics, Dashing Skates. Yeah, okay, so they've gone a bit defensive. Maybe they didn't want to get hit by Torb headshots or something. Could also just be that, you know, you want the health, you want the movement speed as well, especially with Dashing Skates. I think having that extra mobility is probably where the goal was, rather than the anti-crits. It's a lot invested in movement speed though, and I mean, considering we're being very, very stationary, we'll see how it works out for them as they actually do get taken down. We should be able to start moving the bot, although we're discorded right now. In comes the heal orbs. Over onto the Xayah. Yeah, this is looking quite good at the moment. Mercy did get hit. We heard it, but can actually find her. She seems okay. So now we're going to be making some progress with the bot. Tempted for the damage orb, but I'm quite happy with the choice for the healing orb. Mercy, you need to get close to us somehow. No. Mercy gets eliminated. Making progress. Let's drop off our Phantasm Orb. We also used our field support Gadget. Sojourn needs to get in range of one of those though. My weapon power healing isn't great, although it is still early on in the game. Phantasm Orb keeps the Moira at bay with that the flat bounce there. We've been hit by Freya. We're going to fade that one. Another Phantasm Orb, but Moira sees a target. So we're going to drop our Gadget now. We do manage to take down the Moira with help of the Xayah. Still making good progress on the objective though. Let's try and put some pressure on these DPS. I don't want them to just sit there hitting me the whole time. Xayah's getting good healing from us. We've got a Phantasm Orb and a Gadget for ourselves, which we're going to use the Fade to get out the Doom ult. In comes the Gadget as well. The grab is whiffed, but Doom's very low. We get taken down by the Freya. Enemy Moira using Coalescence now. Oh, that Mercy's too low. She's too low health. No way is she living through this one. Good movement, but the cost of saving her own life is... we're going to go back to that unpack. Cost of saving her own life there is the team does die. I think it was inevitable anyway. Again, not blaming the Mercy. Get some healing on. We're just going to fade that one. If we're stuck again, we can use our Gadget. Right here, we can definitely drop it now. There we go. Created a double heal zone with Phantasm Orb. Even if we get punched in there, we'll just walk straight back out to the healing. Should be okay. Obviously, Moira's got a fair amount of damage here, but enemy team making progress, so we really need to be making our way there. I'm a bit disappointed that our Xayah didn't already go there. Like, this shouldn't really be me. I was okay keeping them at bay on the flank, but no, our tank's been taken down here. There's no way we can survive. Little jump up to the high ground just to try and avoid the Doom punches, but we can't stay up there because there's limited movement options. And even though our healing's good, enemy team, oh, they haven't yet taken the lead because we did get the checkpoint, but we're not going to get out there in time. Enemy team takes the lead, 16 seconds to go. Sojourn's pushing main there. I don't want to spend too much time. I need to get over onto the objective. But with that ult as well, we're forced to fade it with just... we've got a Coalescence as well. That's a lot of self-healing. It's a huge amount of self-healing, but as soon as we get stuck or punched, we're kind of done there. Really needed players to go and contest the objective. They shouldn't have been on that right side near the choke. Mercy doing her best to try and contest the point. There is a Xayah there, so maybe they've got enough time. Maybe just about enough time. Can we get a heal orb out to the Xayah? Is it going to bounce friendly? Oh, she just gets taken down. We had our Gadget here as well. But one of the things with the Discord orbs is, yeah, pretty brutal for anyone to stand there. Yeah, what I'm saying there is play the objective. We lost that because players went to flank. It's not that they went to flank. It's that I was over on the side occupying players and we really needed our tank to go over to the objective. That didn't work out too well. Again, we're quite a bit behind our counterpart on the other team. So, yeah, it's a tricky one. Still, I need to be on an orb build here. We can't go for a chain grasp build. One, I'm not going to mirror an enemy Moira on chain grasp if they've got like a 5 to 8k cash lead on us. That just means we've got to make up so much additional value through skill. And as I said, the enemy Moira player is really, really good. So it's not like there's going to be a skill difference even if I was playing my best game. So we also need the orb build with Cyber Venom later on for the Zen. I have tried many builds against Zen and I find that as soon as they take that self-healing Harmony orb and then they get a couple of orbs for the rest of their team, Chain Grasp just doesn't seem to do anything. Like, it takes so long to actually kill anything. So they're saying, crazy how Moira just walks in 1v5. I mean, that's movement speed, Chain Grasp, flanky Moira. So if they stay near me in this game, then yeah, they'll get so much healing. But the problem is we can't run around and heal players. Like, as soon as we do, Moira just fades out and gets another target, and we've used our cooldown. So it's all about playing around, like letting us get punched a little bit by the Doom. They don't have to do it too much. They just have to be aware that that's where their healing is. And if people are aware of that, then maybe we're okay. We're going to get straight onto the point. The bounce options here are a little bit awkward. We're going to fade that one. Drop off our Gadget as well. That gives us a ton of sustain here, but we're not going to stay there in the dynamites. We need to fade. I mean, yeah, okay, we didn't get a fade off. I think I actually fired the regular orb first. That probably would have been a mistake. By the way, we took Extendrils. Got Vitality Amplifier as well to give us some health. Now, Extendrils is because I just want the healed zone to be a bit bigger. This is an adaptive play. I'd probably rather have Lumerico because just having that armor and that sustain that way is probably better. But because I need these orbs to be in range of the team, and also when they get punched out, I don't want to leave the objective there to try and heal the Xayah up. We're in a Freya circle of doom. Okay. There's Ash Dynamites. We need to somehow escape those explosions, but also stay near enough to our orb. We didn't do either, by the looks of it. Again, could have probably just about faded. Yeah, he's saying no one's got reflex coating against the Doomfist. It does make it more difficult, and I'm saying, look, this game's over. Now, that isn't an actual real statement about the game. I don't believe that the game is over. It's more trying to inspire people to take the item. Because we don't really need it. It helps. But because of the way that we're playing, we've got a lot of kind of sustain here. But it's our DPS that I need to take it. It's like this Sojourn, if they get punched now, then the amount of heal resource and time just to save them compared to if they just got the overhealth. Oh, grab comes in, Transcendence. Yeah, okay, that was straight up countered. We do have our ultimate here. Enemy Moira's putting a lot of pressure over onto our team. We don't want to be fully distracted by it. Let's see who else we can kill here. Zen gets taken down. Drop off the heal orb. They're just about out of range of it. Xayah's going down. We've got a Coalescence. I don't really want to use it because I want to use it on the next point if possible. But it looks like we're going to have to here. The problem is Doomfist is just going to punch us straight out of it. Are we going to need it for the self-sustain? The plan there, I think, was to fade, but it wasn't actually our fade that was coming off the cooldown. It was the Gadget. Which, by the way, I really hate the position of the Gadget cooldowns. Like, I wish they were above or somewhere different. Just because, yeah, I often mistake that my fade has come back up when it's actually the Gadget. And that's because I'm looking at the position. I'm obviously not focused my eyes' attention directly down to that Gadget. or to my cooldowns when I'm looking at them. You just see a kind of blink in that area, and you know which cooldown it is based on its position. So the Gadget messes that up a bit. Either way, getting punched in again. I think we need more health. Like, our sustain's good, but we can't survive the initial burst. So we really need to win this one. Enemy team has a good chance to mercy rule us if we don't win it. Coalescence over onto the Zen. Can we take him down? I want that armor pack. Again, we had fade. But the thing about the armor packs is you can't fade through and collect the armor packs like you can with health packs. You have to be out of your fade. So we tried to just walk forward and grab it there. Great grab from the Xayah. Sojourn getting a couple of kills on both of the supports and the Ashe as well. This is enormous. Looking at the cash, there is no mercy rule even if the enemy team win it. So we could be okay, but it does mean that we'd have to do some sort of legendary comeback here. Going 2 rounds down isn't the end of the world. But it looks like our team, we've cemented a nice little foothold here. And drop off that orb. Hey, that's not a healing orb, that's a damage orb. We do still have our Gadget though, and the next one's going to be healing. Right, here we go. Heal orb zone created. Xayah had a bubble this time. Oi, Freya ult cancelled, but wow, our Xayah got absolutely deleted. Just about faded the Doom punch. Good res from the Mercy. Crucial res for the Mercy. This mini Doom ult comes in as well. We get punched again. Can we get back over onto the point? We've got to try and stay away from the dynamites a little bit though, which are very, very scary. Oh, I might add, we also took Void Hoppers for the power. I know it's a bit late, and you guys probably already saw that, but we took it because of the impact of the dynamites, the Freya sticks, like everything. We just want to give our team overhealth. In a previous video, I didn't take Void Hoppers early, but in this game, I feel like it's really, really important. So they're huge amounts of healing. Sojourn got good cash. We got over 14k, which is, yeah, very nice. Now, going on to the Payload race map. So yeah, I really like this build in general, like the Gadget, Phantasm, and having Extendrils. We're probably going to need some more extra life here. Ballistic Buffer is so good against Freya as well, and then Reflex Coating, it's kind of awkward to have to keep 2 greens, and we may have to sell one of them. Ballistic Buffer's okay to sell once we've got our health up, so Lemerico's obviously going to give us that, although there is an option to go Phantasmic Flux instead. Now, if we sell one of those, we've only got 9,000. Sonic Recharges kind of, it's not great. So if we sell Energized Braces as well, that could allow us to get Phantasmic Flux here, and then we're going to leave a bit of money on the table. We could get some Power Playbook or something. Alternatively, we could go for Iridescent Iris, which is going to cost 12k. Cyber Venom, is it needed? Iridescent Iris is going to give us cooldown reduction, which will really help considering we get caught out with our fades. We're going to get Ability Lifesteal because rather than Power Playbook, because we haven't got any elsewhere. And this should put us in quite a decent situation. We should have way more sustain for the punches now. Also for the Chain Grasp, and yeah, obviously with Void Hoppers we're going to have extra life to give some more overhealth to our team. And yeah, the sustain as well. So let's see how this round goes. It'd be really nice to win this one to bring it up to 2-2. Fade a little bit early there, but even if you don't cleanse the actual burn effect of the dynamite, giving your teammates the overhealth just means the dynamite burns that instead. So it's still quite useful. Focus, the primary focus here is on giving this care to the Xayah. Still want to try and make sure the rest of the team also stay alive here. Gadget if we need it. Okay, we get punched, we do drop the Gadget down, we don't really need it. There wasn't much follow-up. I still like to drop either Phantasm or the Gadget after we get punched. Just in case, because you never know if a Freya is about to stick you or something like that. Heal Orb set up next to the Xayah as well. We're in the Freya Circle of Doom. Okay, we get taken down. We did have Fade, but yeah, I was waiting for a Doom punch there. So our team's slightly in the lead, but we have lost our tank. Doomfist causing some problems there. Mercy doing a good job staying out of the fire there. Oh, go back for that armor pack. As I said, we can't fade through them, which is really annoying. I'd love for them to change that, but it's such a minor detail that they probably won't. Okay, I'm on the payload. I'm actually okay with this because we're kind of just this heal station when our team gets low. And also, if this happens, we're in a good position to contest the Doom here on the payload. Like, we can fire off that orb. Oh, Freya again. Oh, no, and the Zen. Mercy with the res. That's big. There's a grab. We want to look around for that target. There is a Transcendence there. We're still going to drop off the orb. The question is, do we really need Cyber Venom here? Like, how is their healing doing? Oh, Freya again with the long-range stick. Okay, well, this could prove to be very difficult. Enemy team hasn't made that much objective progress yet, though. We're going to miss the armor pack this time, unfortunately. But there's a... We might get one later. Okay, let's originally thinking try and get Doom off of this objective, but we really need to be stopping the enemy one. We're discorded here, so let's just take a little break through here. Drop off a Phantasm orb over onto the Moira. Freya's there. It's a bit scary to push into her here, but get some damage out there. There's a lot of players low. Moira gets taken down. Freya's a bit weak. We've got Phantasm. Orb over onto the Genji. We use our Gadget for a little bit of self-sustain. Another orb over onto the Zen there. Did I say Genji earlier? I might have done. Either way, I meant Zen. So we drop our Gadget off. Freya's now caught, isolated. Surely she's going to get absolutely crushed here. Yeah, no kills for her. Hear those footsteps. There's the Moira there. We'll just set up a heal zone. Like, the damage isn't going to be there. We'll retreat back into our heal zone for the Doom, but yeah. Okay, bit of damage out there. There's a lot of damage. Coalescence coming in as well, as long as we keep the heals up here, and if we can stay in an orb ourselves. Doom punches us. We've got our Gadget. We'll drop that off. Enemy Moira. Oh, Doom with a Meteor Strike. We go up top. Enemy Moira did the same as us. The sign of a good Moira player. Get up for that high ground when you can. We've got a little fade to do it. So Doom, we don't care if we charge up the punches too much. They're not too threatening. Coalescence comes in. We're going to get punched out of this almost certainly. So we're going to push over towards the enemy team. Bob comes out as well. The grab's there. Oh, it's a big... Can we get the players down here? Zen's really weak. Want to get the Zen down. We use our heal Gadget there. Zen gets taken down. Ash also low health with the dynamites. Freya gets eliminated. We've got a Moira here. We've used Damage Orb, which is a bit scary. Moira's going over towards our objective, which is the one they really need to stop. We've got to watch out for the overtime as well. We kind of need a heal orb here. There we go. Enemy Doom is coming into the point here. We need to be pushing as well, because the enemy team currently have the lead. Heal orb, I'm hoping that flat bounces off the wall and doesn't hit the rock in a weird way. I think I don't know. It may have expired or hit capacity. So we've got another player on our objective, so we can provide healing for the Xayah. There's so many enemy players here. It's really scary. We've got to make sure that our health is on the line. Otherwise, Xayah's going to get focus fired by everyone on their team and will drop so quickly. So we want to be a target for some players. It's really important to do this. Meteor Strike coming in as well. Xayah's a bit low. We use our Gadget, Fade, Phantasm Orb, but we can't stick around it. Zen, very, very low, does get taken down. There's still a Moira here. We're taking a bit of damage from her. I need to stay on the objective. Phantasm Orb's there as well. Looks like we've swapped objectives here. Oh, big grab from the Xayah. Locking up that Moira. Going to push over to try and move our objective a bit further now if we can free that one up. Enemy team are making the little bit of progress on theirs, but there's only a Freya. She's low health. Our team... Oh, Transcendence is going to get in. Not in time. Not in time to get the block. 13,000 healing. That's those heal zones. Our team actually played around them a lot better that round. And yeah, that was really, really good. Most cash earned, but the enemy Ashe earned a lot of money in that round as well. And that's going to be a problem, especially if they're on a dynamite build. Right, we'll take Cross Orbal, so we're just a slight variation in the order from the previous Anti-Doomfist build. Iridescent Iris was also kind of new, so we'll get rid of that. Going to get rid of the Gadget now. That leaves us with 33,000 here. We want Cyber Venom. Zen's healing is going to get really, really strong. Phantasmic Flux sorts out our ability lifesteal. And Iridescent Iris, I mean, the cooldown reduction was helping. We still have Reflex Coating, but no Gadget this time. We'll have to see if that's worth it. The good thing about getting Iridescent Iris is because of that cooldown reduction, also the high AP, we're hoping that that can make up for not having the Gadget. Because, yeah, field support will drop off over time. Like, the healing on it doesn't get any stronger. In round 2, it's exceptionally strong. By this point in the game, it's like, yeah, not so crazy. Yeah, the other thing that we're telling our team here is that we're going to be a lot more damage focused because we're going to be applying those Cyber Venom debuffs. We should still get decent healing now that we've got Cross Orbal, and obviously we've got Fade Hoppers. We've got Void Hoppers as well. So we've got some decent utility in there, but we're going to be going for that kind of Cyber Venom damage orb, ability, lifesteal kind of builds. So 2-2's the score. Let's see how round 5 goes. Enemy sports are still ahead just because the Moira's like 1.5k. We've closed the gap, and this is where the late game kind of orb build passes the Chain Grasp build in terms of its value. Damage orbs going through the Cyber Venom over onto the Freya as well. We've got to provide a bit of healing for our Xayah, who's getting hit by the Freya a little bit, but she's just kind of walking through them. Then we've got a Discord on us, but we cleanse that one off. Now we have Void Hoppers as well, which we can always just drop some players a bit of overhealth. Yeah, we want to push forward so we can use our Phantasm Orb, but it is tricky to do that. Void Hoppers over onto the Xayah. She's going to cleanse any Cyber Venom. All the Dynamites are here as well. Oh, we've walked straight back onto all of them. That was a massive mistake. I faded to give the Xayah some overhealth so she could deal with this threat or armor pack. We really want that. Okay, Doomfist going for the punch over on the Torb here. We'll put a bit of damage out onto them. Doom gets taken down. Freya ult's not near us. Zen very, very low. Sojourn surviving here. Crossover getting a bit of healing out as well, which is very handy. And that's nice. We managed to hold the point even after my catastrophic mistake. I think those enemy Moira orbs have got Cyber Venom on them as well. And that's smartly so. Like, you have options to take El Saka Suppressor. I'm not sure what Moira's build is right now, but I think they've got that, so we get a little bit more value from Void Hoppers cleansing that effect off. Grab comes in. Oh no. That's really, really bad. The Transcendence comes in. It is overtime though, and it's good to get their ults out. Zen gets taken down. Doomfist eliminated. Freya surely falling as well. Sojourn and Xayah just playing really, really well this game. We're doing our bit. We're not the hard carry, I wouldn't say. We're just providing the healing, letting Xayah scale with energy. As the fights go on, our Sojourn with the Mercy Pocket, and Mercy's also doing some great res. Also, Torbjorn providing the armor packs. Actually doesn't need to do more than that. Those armor packs are massive. Okay, they need to do a few shots. Right, round 6. The reluctance to sell reflex coating. I don't like getting Divine Intervention as an alternative for it. I find that it's too expensive. If you just build your health up normally, then you don't really need reflex coating in the later rounds, and you don't need Divine Intervention. So if we were to take Super Flexor, that's a whole lot more AP. It gives us a little bit of extra life as well. I think this build's pretty solid. Of course. We're looking at the gadget options. Do I really want? Not so much that one. Like, just seeing if there's anything for around this cost. Probably end up with Super Flexor again. Not 3-tap Tommy gun. Yeah, I can't see anything that I'd want. Potentially liquid nitrogen. But yeah, I think this is a good setup. Super Flex is also really good because of the additional grasp power that you get from it. The 10% weapon power, even if you're not on a chain grasp build, it's good. Pick up an armor pack going out the spawn. It's really nice that the Torb is laying them in spawn. Maybe they watch our videos. Not that we're the only person who does that. Okay, we've got our Void Hoppers. Let's see if we can get it on a couple of players there, which we do. Oh, Xayah's taking a little bit of damage here. We're still on a kind of damage-heavy build. We do take a lot of damage. Cross Orbal's going to keep us alive. The orbs bouncing around the corner to apply those debuffs. Zen very low. We're going to drop off Phantasm Orb over onto the Zen with a regular damage orb as well. Xayah's taking the damage. We need our Void Hoppers. Ash Dynamites were everywhere. We should have cleansed something there. Moira gets taken down. Doomfist trying to punch his way through, but that's not going to work. Our team performing really well here. We're back on the payload again. I think it's also the correct call because we can now throw our orbs. We're not on a weapon power or chain grass based build. So we can throw our orbs towards the enemy team, and in normal ranked, if you're finding yourself on the bot or payload, then it's really bad because your orbs are minimal value. But considering we're on an orb build, it's actually fine for us to be here. Cross orb allows us to do both healing and damage with them, apply the debuffs. So yeah, I think we get more value than the Mercy will on here for sure. Grab comes in from the Xayah, we can't really help with that, but it looks like Sojourn was there to help clean up the Doomfist and Ashe. Oh, a lot of players very low, Xayah getting very low as well. Zen, we just taken down just around the corner. There's this kind of like delayed effect with the grasp, which is really, really handy, and people complain about it. It's almost like the grasp has a travel time. So even though it instantly attaches when you first hit a target, the tail end of it takes some time to get there, so you get this kind of around the corner effect. In Overwatch, the recipient of those attacks would get that effect anyway, even if it didn't exist. But it's more prominent with Moira because it also exists for the actual Moira herself. Xayah gets taken down. We're going to fade jump up top, see if we can put a little bit of pressure on him. We're in a tight little room. Heal orbs in here. No, well, damage orb first. That means double damage orb over onto Doomfist. Still got a cross orb. We're occupying him for a bit, but it's also kind of staggering ourselves. So whether it's a good call or not, I'm not sure. Enemy team, however, have stopped making progress on the bot. So it probably did help a little bit. And we're going to be spawning pretty soon. Mercy just that subtle movement to dodge the dynamite. That's the I tell you, I really like and respect Mercy movement. Like, I've always been a big fan of movement. I mean, you guys will know me for the fade jumps and things that we used to do in ranked. We don't get to do that many of them now in Overwatch, in Stadium, or in ranked in general because Moira's too squishy. But I've always been a big fan of movement stuff, and I believe I'd have a really awesome time playing Mercy. But I just can't be bothered to learn her because I think that would be the worst experience in the world trying to go through learning Mercy. If I could click a button that said you're amazing at Mercy already, I'd click that and I'd probably play Mercy a lot. And now we're into overtime, and I've been talking about that for a while. Yeah, wow, it looks like we're going to clean up here. To be honest, the fight was quite standard, but yeah, we do manage to get the victory. 49,000 healing. Silver was saying, really not a fan of that build. Yeah, I mean, you were kind of... It countered the build that they were going for. So it's not... I can understand why, but I mean, we went that build because of the Doomfist. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoy the Moira heal station build. Sometimes it's nice when most of our focus is on healing, even though in the later rounds we did change that up a little bit. Hope you hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.